So we are here in Little Venice in Mykonos Town. We spent the morning with Marilena in the back alleys of Mykonos Town, who's a local tour guide, and we're with Katerina Bar. Katerina is the matriarch of Katerina's Bar here in Little Venice, which is an institution. It's featured on our list on Santorini Dave as one of the best bars in Mykonos, but there's a whole amazing story behind Katerina's history that we're going to get into a little bit with Marilena. Katerina, kalimera, kalispera. Nice to be with you. So, Marilena, can you tell us a little bit about what makes Katerina a living legend here in Mykonos Town?
Absolutely. So, apart from this legendary place, she is still running. You see, she's here always. Her story is also very, very fascinating because back in the 60s, she was like the first female captain here in the area and overall in Greece. Her family owned one of the vessels that were doing excursions to Delos Island, our main archaeological area here. So she was working with her father, being active for about 20 years, and for that, journalists came from the US back in those days to take interviews of her, and this is how her legend was built up in those days.
Wow, a true trailblazer.
Yes, absolutely.
Earlier we were talking about Manto and being a very sort of a woman out in a role that was not familiar in Greek society. It sounds like some of the similar characteristics of Katerina, right?
And that's the story that is being repeated a little bit more recently. So really a living legend, actually.
Nice. And she's still here in the bar on a daily basis.
On a daily basis, taking care of everyone, monitoring everything. Of course, her children are with her as well,
right.
But she is the head.
Great. So just to give some context, we're here. These are the Mykonos windmills. We're in the Little Venice section, which is a famous section of Mykonos Town. What is Little Venice known for, in addition to being a great sunset-facing spot?
Absolutely, for that, first of all. Other than these used to be all the houses of the wealthier captains and merchants back in the 1700s. So very special part of our city today, and featuring all these beautiful places like Katerina's Bars today.
Great. And then in addition to being the first female boat captain, which was trailblazing, when she went to open this bar in the early 80s, there was a whole fight. Tell me a little about that.
There was a whole fight with a neighbor. As she said, 5 years she was fighting to open and get a license because as a woman and a single mom with 3 children, they did not want her to do that. So she fought for 5 years until she made it, and in 1988 she opened Katerina's Bar.
Wow. Harika, Katerina. Nice. So again, we are in Little Venice, right by the windmills, a really beautiful part of Mykonos Town, with Marilena, a local guide, and with Katerina, the matriarch and the founder and owner of Katerina's Bar, which we feature on our best bars of Mykonos list at Santorini Dave. It's a beautiful spot, especially for the sunset, but also a great meal and a place to enjoy the late afternoon because the view is gorgeous and the food is great.
Thank you very much.
Happily. Efkaristo to you, Katerina.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, thank you. And now we're going to get into these beautiful salads. All right. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to see more super useful travel videos about Greece and beyond from SantoriniDave.com.